ECSI fans, you want to revolutionize your sports investing habits? Allow me to tell you about WagerWire. WagerWire is an app that helps you become a superior bettor by allowing you to sync all your sports books and track all your bets in one place. See your current action, your betting history, and stats. You could also sign up for sports books and collect bonus offers. Follow them at WagerWire on X, as it's the best account on the platform. Head to App Store or Play Store now and search WagerWire and download the app. Good afternoon, sports fans from all around the globe. I am the host, Jeff Dawson, East Coast Sports Investors, and we have an abbreviated midday market report with good friend, colleague, family, Mr. Travis Geiger, CXO of WagerWire, here talking about Super Bowl, Radio Row, Caesars, Ocho Cinco, Cooper DeJean, maybe some Starties talk. It's an abbreviated one, but listen, if I can get 5 minutes or 5 hours, I'm going to take it. So without further ado, Mr. Travis Geiger. What's up, team?
Good morning, Jeff. Thanks for having me on for this quick hitter here.
Well, and like I said, the show must go on, and there we are. We're hugging it out. Radio Row, Ocho Cinco Part 2.
The reunion. Unbelievable, man. The fact that whenever I wear that jersey, he just shows up.
He's a great guy. And again, the first time we saw this, I said you were destined. And now Radio Row, you put the shirt on again, presto magic. I think we might have to reach out to his agent and see if we can start doing some three-ways. How's that?
I think so too, man. Yeah, he's like look, I'm from Cincinnati. You can't see him, but normally there's the Burrow jersey behind me. I got the Starties background today, which we can talk about. It's our award show that we're doing for startups, for startups by startups in the gaming and sports industry. But Ocho Cinco, man, what a guy. And he recognized me too. He actually called me the jumping up and down guy. He's like, "You're the jumping up and down guy." And we immediately started hugging and jumping up and down. It was a beautiful thing, man. He's really a special person.
Well, we'll give everyone a scenario. Here we were talking a few weeks ago, Barcelona, Super Bowl, Radio Row, Caesars, and now Starties, and you got awards coming up as well. So I'm going to give you the stage here. Travis, Guy, Zach, the whole family down there. What a special event, Travis.
It really was a special event. So we were lucky enough to be guests of Caesars. They put us up at the Caesars in New Orleans, and we got NFL media passes. I've never been to Radio Row. I know you've done it quite a few times, but it was really a cool experience. And then we got to go down, talk to the players. I mean, we got all the big names here. Ran into McAfee, got some stuff with him. Rappaport. There's Zach and Guillermo. That was a fun one. So yeah, and we can't thank Caesars enough. So one of the cool things that happened, and I know we talked about these before, Jeff, you and I, but they put our picks inside the app. So the Docs Locks is a show that we do on X that maybe some of the people watching know about, where he gives his picks and on Spaces. Caesars is a fan, and so they said, "Would you like to put Docs Locks in the Caesars app? Build a little same game parlay for the Super Bowl." And so we did a Docs Locks, and we did a WagerWire pick. This was only one of the only picks in there that was calling the under. I think one of these legs blew it. Might have been pass yards, but really cool. It was in the kiosk, as you see there, and then we got to go on to the Caesars Super Bowl studio and talk about it. Made some really cool content there. Our guy Matt, who's Parlay City on Twitter at Parlay City, got to talk to Craig Mucklow, who's their head of trading at Caesars, and it was a beautiful thing. Got to introduce the picks right there on the air.
Well, I know next year is a home game. Basically, it's in San Francisco, so should be maybe a quick couple phone calls, a couple emails, and presto magic. You got a home game next year for Radio Row.
We do, and then the year after that, it's in LA, so that'll be exciting. And I think this coming year, World Cup is coming to LA, so it goes World Cup, Super Bowl, Olympics, and we'll be right here in the center of the action.
Oh, I can't. I hope to be getting a lot of airfare mileage by then, back and forth. How's that sound?
Absolutely, man. We'd love to have you out. And well, one of the things we like to do is take the community with us. So hopefully everybody's been following us on socials. If you can't be there in person with us at these things, we'd like to give you a seat of the action, get you right next to Guillermo. What a guy. The vibes were really great, you know, and everybody to a person, you know, took time to make some content with us. Really, really fun. And then I did not expect to be within asking distance of Jalen Hurts, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes. It can be a bit of a zoo. This was down on the field Monday night, opening night. But man, it was really, really cool. And since we were talking about it a little bit before the show, one of the things that we do here at WagerWire is athlete horoscopes. And so there was two big birthday boys on the day of the Super Bowl, Saquon Barkley and Cooper DeJean. I've heard him called Cooper DeJean. I go DeJean because I messed it up early, and I'm just sticking with it. If that's not the case, it's not the case. But it was his birthday, right? And when I saw him, and it goes out in our newsletter, these horoscopes. So check it out, wagerwire.com/subscribe. Get your name on the list. We got about 15,000 subs right now. Cooper was right there, and I said, I think I should read him his horoscope since we had already put it out the week before. And his horoscope was the moon in Leo fuels Cooper's confidence, while Uranus sparks unexpected opportunities. I think when I said Uranus, he started to get nervous that I was going to troll him a little bit. It says on his birthday weekend, a breakout moment could cement his place in Super Bowl history. I read this to him on Monday. I mean, I don't know about the moon in Leo or Uranus, but I know that he had a breakout moment, and it literally cemented his place in Super Bowl history. He was the first person to score a pick six on his birthday. I think he was the first person to score a touchdown in the Super Bowl on their birthday at like offense or defense. So, and Saquon didn't actually end up doing it, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. So you're the one that sparked this, meaning you
Wow.
told him what his horoscope is, and then presto magic, pick six. And it just, again, it was not just a pick six, it was a pick six touchdown on his birthday, which really, I think, took the game from 10-0 to 17-0, and really kind of had that feeling that it was not going to be the Chiefs' day.
Literally, it was the breakout moment in the game, like was predicted in his horoscope, and it did cement his place in Super Bowl history. I mean, he was one of the stars. He was one big defensive play away from being the MVP, in my opinion. But they didn't need it. Like, if it was a close game, that could have turned really the tide even more. But I would say me and his mom both knew that something special was going to happen on his birthday, and they did.
Your backdrop, the Starties. I've been
Yes.
doing a lot of research, doing a lot of following, of course, with you guys on LinkedIn. I know this is something near and dear to you guys. Explain to everyone that's not understanding exactly what the Starties are and what is going on moving forward.
Yeah, so the Starties is actually the first award show for startups by startups in the sports and gaming industry. And you can go to thestarties.com if you want. Maybe I can even pull it up, Jeff. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. And it's near and dear to our heart because there's so many cool people doing a lot of really cool things in sports betting that aren't necessarily the big books, right? They're everyone around the big books, from the people that are, helping with media, odds, data, apps. Like, there's a lot of companies. I don't want to actually start to name companies because I don't want to make it unfair. We got 250 submissions, but if you think about it, sports betting and sports betting technology has come a really long way. There's some of the stuff that you see, that's the apps that you can download, and there's some of the stuff that actually powers what's going on behind the scenes. So sharper lines, like what we do, we do bet buying and selling. We also create all the sort of media around it, the graph site that we always look at on here. Excuse me. That is what we're here to celebrate, because a lot of times the recognition doesn't happen. It goes top down, right? Like, you hear about the victories of the big books. They publish their big numbers, but there's a lot of startups out here with really innovative ideas, really creative founders, and we're just here to give them their flowers. So it's going to be in New York on March the 12th. And if you go to thestarties.com, you can put your name in to attend, and the finalists are going to be announced, I believe, next week.
Well, big news there, of course. Rooting for you guys hard here. Couple minutes left. We know you have a hard out. You have another meeting to attend to. Hollywood. I guess there's some awards and stuff coming up soon. Movies, actors, actresses. You are the man. Way back in the day when I had here, there was a thing called Siskel and Ebert that I used to get my every Tuesday night. I used to get my crib notes and what was going on in Hollywood. Now I just turn to you, Travis.
So yeah, thanks, Jeff. We're gonna start to dive into the Oscars now that the Super Bowl is over a little bit more. I wanted to just give a little quick preview of kind of the field. One of the most interesting things is the absolutely historic crash out that Amelia Perez has gone from. I mean, it might even fall off the board, so to speak. It was all the way up in first place, edging out Honora and The Brutalist. The Brutalist has lost a ton of momentum. Honora has really come on strong. The director, Sean Baker, who, as we talked about on this show, won the Palme d'Or at Cannes, at the Cannes Film Festival back in March. We told you that's when the Oscar season started, and we weren't lying. So the guy and his film that won the Palme d'Or at Cannes is now the front runner for Best Director and Best Picture. The actress category, also another premiere from the Cannes Film Festival, Demi Moore and her dog Pilaf, who we highlighted in our newsletter as well. She is now surged to first place, and this is the source of the, I don't even want to be too controversial to talk about some of her tweets. So everyone on Twitter, watch your thumbs because it can come back to bite you. She crashed out, and the 13 nominations, they could go 0 for 13. The only thing that they have shots at this point, I think, because the public sentiment has turned so much against them, is in the song category. But keep in mind, this is also a year where Wicked is the one that they're up against. So you never know. They really could get skunked. Interestingly, Timothée Chalamet, even though he did a great portrayal of Bob Dylan, from what I hear, I actually haven't sat down with the film yet. It has to be an original song, and I'm glad that they didn't have the cojones to try to create a Bob Dylan-like song to compete in that category. So Zoe Saldana still looks like she's holding on according to these odds. They got her 17 to 10. This is not all these markets are available on different books and different things. So I'm just going off a Gold Derby for now. We'll actually, once the markets really start to get posted and the popular books, we can look at where it's at Caesars, FanDuel, etc. She could still hold on. People really like her. She's won some of the industry awards. The awards coming down the pipe that really, like the Critics' Choice Awards happened, and Nora took the throne there. Oh, look at Kieran Culkin. That's surprising. And Guy Pearce dipping a little bit in the Brutalist. Edward Norton dipping a little bit. I actually like this guy's performance. I can't believe that he edged all the way into a nomination for that, though. So yeah, like a lot of really interesting things. Conclave is just like, it could play spoiler. It looks like a great movie. I kind of like those types of movies. It could play spoiler. Nickel Boys is pretty much consistently hanging out in the back of the pack, but I hear that's great. The one I want to focus on, though, is the cinematography race. This Sunday, I will be going to the American Society of Cinematographers Awards, where my good friend and film mentor, Ed Lockman, who is the cinematographer of Maria here, is nominated there. And that's really going to be determinant of what could happen on Oscar Sunday. The Brutalist was shot in, I don't know if they called it VistaVision or Pan. It's this crazy, the old school super wide format. I'll get it down here as we get more into the discussion. But June did some interesting things. The one I'm really watching is Nosferatu, as far as it kind of surging. But I think Maria here in the back of the pack as a sleeper for my money. Now, keep in mind, I was just in Kamierzyn in Poland, where this film had a great debut. Or actually debuted at Venice, I'm sorry, but he was honored with the cinematographer was honored at a Lifetime Achievement Award in Poland in November. I'm watching Maria. I think it's the most undervalued one on the board. Now, this is his second nomination in a row, his fourth overall. Last year, he was nominated for El Conde, which was a black and white vampire movie, historical fiction vampire movie, not unlike Nosferatu. So I would be a little bit salty if they give it to the Nosferatu people when our guy Ed was ahead of the curve by a year, and last year kind of made a better version of a similar film. So I'm looking at Maria. Now, he started at 35 to 1. then he went to 25 to 1, and he went 11 to 1. Now he's at 8 to 1. So of all the ones that we're seeing surges of, I'm looking at Maria in that category, and we could tack it there for now.
Well, before I wrap this up here, we always talk hiring, affiliate programs, an opportunity for the outside, everyone following you that wants to be a part of WagerWire. How can they do that, Travis?
Yeah, so just drop us a DM. We're pretty easy to get a hold of. We're hiring all the time. We do about 3 group interviews a week, and it's a great way to make money. We work directly with the major sports books. We even work in fantasy states. So if sports betting is not legal, still check us out, because there might be other apps that we work with. It's a really fun thing to do, help people get started on their sports betting journey. And I think WagerWire is a fun place to work. So if you're watching on social, if you're watching anywhere, just look up WagerWire, drop us a DM, say you're interested, and we'll start to get you into an interview spot.
Go follow Travis at WagerWire, WagerWire CXO. Shout out to Zach Doctor at WagerWire CEO. Always blessed to have you a part here whenever we can. Go enjoy yourself. Have a great, great weekend, Travis.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, everyone.
The one and only Travis Geiger. Go follow him at WagerWire CXO. Everyone have a great, great afternoon. 4 o'clock, we'll be back with the closing bells. Stay tuned.